Daniel, recording? Okay, folks, everybody's ready to go. Hannah's been here for a long time, but she decided to only set up now.
This is personal attack on me.
Yeah?
Oh, that's loud.
Is that too loud? Is it, Jack? Can you speak into the tip of the microphone? There you go, the tip of the microphone.
I am speaking at the tip of the microphone.
Okay. Well, so breaking news, Oasis are getting back together. Who gives a shit? Well, obviously a lot of people. They're going to sell out multiple nights in Wembley Stadium. It's good to know that they can possibly sell out more nights in Wembley Stadium than Taylor Swift, although
That's
Taylor
not possible.
Swift is an internet. Could you get security to get rid of this heckler? Because, you know, when somebody's in the middle of a flow and they're being...
Just go on. I just said that's not possible.
Okay, you tell us breaking news.
No. That's your...
Go on.
Oasis are getting back together. Liam Gallagher and Noel Gallagher, they finally
That's not possible.
They're getting together because they need money.
Heckle.
And apparently it's because Noel Gallagher...
There's a fly over there.
He divorced his wife. I don't know who she is, Sarah. And apparently Liam didn't like her at all.
Oh, shit.
Is that true?
Yeah. What time? Sorry, it's just... What time are they having dinner?
Well, like, this is so disrespectful to all of us and all our listeners.
No, because you see, Fiona... excuse me. My neighbour is back from abroad and we're having... My neighbour is back...
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
My neighbour is back from abroad and we're having a dinner in Camden fucking kitchen.
That's just round the corner. What time? No, Danny, my Danny.
Oh, jeez.
Do you want to go and leave us alone?
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is like silence. Yeah, do you think that people... And also, you know, in the comments, they said, Jack, put the audio podcast at the same time as visual, because some people have no time or patience.
Yes, will you put the fucking audio podcast on, Jack?
Have you? I don't know.
You know, no. Do you know what I mean? No, I'm going to have to do it or you're going to have to do it. Somebody's going to have to do it that we can rely on. Some like Swiss clock person. Daniel, can you not do it?
Daniel can do it. Daniel is a Swiss clock person.
Oh yeah, Daniel, you get OCD on it.
Okay, I guess that's...
Because Mr. Lover over there, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's just like, you ask him do this and he says, oh, I didn't do it because I was eating beef.
Yeah, I was eating beef. Oh, by the way, actually, for us as a family, the most important breaking news is that our youngest son, Jack, has finally got his full driving license. He passed his driving test.
The first man in this family.
Yeah, the first man on the moon, yeah. The first man, because Hannah's referring to the fact that her lovely, delicate, sweet-natured mother, Agatha, bring in the Agatha! And her husband says something like, oh, I have memories. Who cares? It's too old. You're only old. Jesus Christ. Anyway. Brutto. And she called me brute. One time I was in Hannah's house, God knows, 30 years ago, and I tried to unplug something, but the whole socket came out of the wall because it was so badly fitted, you know, in Poland. And then she goes, brutto!
What's going on?
Oh, these people are, yeah.
7 o'clock. You didn't know, did you?
Yeah.
So I'll be there in half an hour.
Yeah.
You can order now.
So I'm just writing, just finishing podcast.
Oh, that's a bloody lie.
Yeah.
Just order me something. Order me.
What do you mean, order you something?
Because they ordering, so you go there. Okay, whatever. That's so rude, David. I can't.
What's so fucking rude? What, sending a fucking text? God, Hannah, you know what I mean? What's so rude? Sending a text to a group of people who expected me to be somewhere?
It's just like disregard to them,
To who?
us, to the people who want you said you're gonna see,
Yeah.
to us, because we are staring
Yeah,
at
I think
you.
people in World War II suffered a lot more.
Oh yeah, I think you don't need to go that far. You just go to Palestine or
Oh God.
Ukraine.
Okay, so our son Jack, and you were saying to me, he got the driving test. He passed his driving test. I mean, that's a big deal. There's a whole theory. You have to do this theory test. There's 40 questions. What is a fucking A, B, C? Right? There's multiple choice. Right? And that takes God knows how long. And then you can't just do the test. You have to take 12 lessons with a family-owned business. They're great. Go to test. And you have to sit there for 12 lessons with Michael, right? And then you go and you get the test, which takes another 5 years to get the test. And you never get it the first time round. And then maybe you get it the second or third time round. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But anyway, Jack actually managed to do it. He might as well have a degree. He's a doctor, basically, as far as I'm concerned. You know, if you can get your driving test. Anyway, and as Hannah said, Hannah's mother, Agatha, said that you're not a real man unless you get your driving license, bastard. And then, of course, Hannah's father said, I have my driving license. You're old, it's not worth anything. So nasty. Such a nasty.
I think you're exaggerating a little bit.
So, but I should get my fucking driving license. Because so many times I've been asked, let's go, oh, can
before
you
it's gonna, because there's a certain age they not let you drive anymore. So
what age is that?
I don't know. Maybe you be, too short-sighted, or could be 80, could be 70 something.
Yeah, well, I've got over 20 years before that happens. Because I'm not that old. A lot of young women find me attractive.
Dee-doo, dee-doo,
What's that?
I'm doing the sound effects.
Do you find young men attractive, like in their 20s or 30s?
I objectively, I can see which one is attractive, which is not, but I'm personally not attracted to them.
What is it? Why is it the other way around, that older men are attracted to younger women? Is it a physiological thing? Is it a biological thing?
I just think they like young girls.
Yeah, but why don't older women like young lads?
Because maybe it's like different desires, different. A woman doesn't only want sex. A woman wants a relationship. And it's very hard to have a relationship with a man who is like 30 years younger.
Oh, yeah. And whereas maybe we want somebody of a fertile age, because it ties into our imperative to reproduce, even though we shouldn't be reproducing over 50 or something. Huh?
Maybe, yeah. Maybe it's...
But what of it? It's all the cut and thrust of human experience and so on. But anyway... Oh yeah, so Oasis are getting back together. What do you guys feel about it, Jack, Daniel, Oasis?
I feel like it's a bit late, maybe. I feel like they could have. It would have been. It's a bit late. I mean, it's cool, but
Wonderwall, one song Wonder.
Wonderwall.
Yeah, that's only a song.
One hit wonder.
One hit wonder.
No, they had a few one hits.
What, do you know them? Okay, sing it.
Champagne supernova.
Okay, another
one. With a champagne supernova in me face.
Champagne supernova in me face. Okay, another one.
So Sally can wait.
Okay, that's another.
Jumping gets up, you know all the words, Daniel, don't you? Go on. I bet you Daniel knows the words. Go on, Daniel. So
Sally can wait. She knows it's too late while she's walking on by.
See, he knows all the words.
I know. So they got 3 songs.
So Sally can wait.
Look
back in anger.
Little by little, little by little, We gave you everything we ever dreamed of. You know that one?
Yeah, so to me actually, so it was the Beatles, the Stones, and then you know I was into Velvet Underground, and then I heard in Spiral Carpets, and then there was this other guy. What were the guys? Jumped into the long road and dun, for 16 days.
Oh, the Stone Roses.
The Stone Roses, and they were kind of taking what you know and then the Oasis sounded like a version of what the Beatles were. I thought it was. I didn't think it was as creative or original as something like the Stone Roses, but the Stone Roses imploded. So I was I was never really a huge massive fan, but I was a little bit too older because '96 I was in my late 20s when the Oasis came out. You know what I mean? When Oasis came out, so I wasn't a big fan. I mean, they're very talented. Noel Gallagher is extremely talented, and you know it's even. Honestly, if I'm being honest, I hate people say if I'm being honest. Why wouldn't you be honest in the first place? Why would you even need to say it? But there you go. I've enjoyed Noel Gallagher's interviews more than his music. I think he's such a funny dude. If Noel Gallagher wanted to go into stand-up comedy, same with his brother Liam.
Yeah, they
funny guys.
Funny guys.
Really good timing, especially Noel.
Mm.
And he's
songs,
so self-possessed. There's something about him. He's got a great confidence. I really like Noel Gallagher's voice. I think I might prefer it, but anyway. But he did a thing called High Flying Birds, and I really liked some of those songs. But very, very talented family. Irish, the two of them, brothers. They don't get along, not uncommon. Lots of, people think, oh, what's wrong with the Gallaghers? Nothing wrong with the Gallaghers. They're just Irish. And I don't like when people say Gallaghers either. It's not Gallaghers, it's Gallaghers. But I'd say the mother is very, very happy now that the two boys have got back, well, the two men have settled their differences and reformed as well.
I think they will argue.
Oh yeah, but not to the extent. I think age just adds a little bit more maturity. I don't think they're going to be losing their shit and you know he's not going to be fucking throwing shapes. You know, I'm fucking not going to host that. I mean, come on, you're 50, Irish. You're 50 something.
But you know, it's funny. Like you listen to Oasis songs. I was just listening. They all sound the same. I'm sorry, with few exceptions.
Yeah.
It's like Taylor's. That's why they were so successful as Taylor Swift, because the audience know what to expect. They're not, changing their music very, very much. So the audience expect that it's gonna be this kind of music, and that's what Taylor Swift does.
Whatever you can say, my God, they connected on such a level that they played. What was it, Nebworth, Daniel? This venue. Does it hold 250,000 or something? Jack, do you know? 250,000. Anyway, so what do you think of Oasis, Daniel? Jack, Daniel.
Daniel should say something.
I thought they were like very obviously influential when they were around. Like, and obviously what you were saying about being like the second Beatles. They sort of came in that they were meant to kind of go on and sort of be that kind of success, I think, but then obviously they fell out. So they're just but I think some of their music is good. Like I like it, but I'm not the biggest fan. Well,
like I mean the impact that certain bands have on you, I think it depends on your age
and what stage of life
stage of life you're at. So if you were a 13-year-old in Manchester and Liverpool or whatever the fuck, and then Oasis comes along, but but also like Daniel was saying, there was a lot of references to the Beatles, which is fine, but that's why I thought when I first heard Stone Roses, I thought, Jesus Christ, this band is going to stay together forever or whatever. This is the first album. What the second album? What's the third album? Because you just think these great bands, they have to start somewhere. And then they never fucking did anything else, Daniel, Jack. It was so sad, wasn't it? About Stone Roses. It's been going up. It had that perfect mixture of
their first album. Because I actually went to their concert when I was 16. When they got back together.
Oh, yeah?
But it was really good. And because, you know, it was a cool band, and me and my friends were listening to it. And the first album that they made, like all the songs are amazing. But I wonder with the Oasis, would they be as big if they didn't have all the stories around them, you know, with Liam and Noel and all the videos of them, you know, punching paparazzi and all that kind of stuff.
I think they would have. Yeah, I think there was just a sort of there's a very powerful. It's very powerful music, and the melodies are undeniable.
Yeah.
They are just hugely, well, I guess it's Noel and your man Liam, because he managed to, that type of voice, the sound of it cut through that big sound, so it had this glorious mix.
And there was, I saw this documentary that he sang in a special way, the way he holds the microphone.
Yeah, well, you see, because he'd sing up like that with his neck open like that.
Yeah, and I remember Liam, when he got married, he was the coolest groom. He had this lovely pinstripe grey suit with Converse. Look, really, you know, like he's got a look.
Oh yeah,
of a
well,
rocker.
I hear what Jack was saying though. They were such a breath of fresh air. The way they talked in interviews, the way they didn't placate or play up to what you're supposed to say in these situations. Like, I mean, what was that great clip from the awards show in London?
When they were up against Blur.
Yeah, right.
They were going, all the people, shite life, and then
all the people, so many people. Shite life. What was it, Johnny?
Did you like Blur, or did you?
Yeah, Blur was very good.
Yeah,
I mean,
I like Blur,
yeah.
Do you prefer Blur, Daniel?
I don't know. Yeah, I like quite a lot of the Blur songs as well. So it's hard to pick between the two. Yeah, it's Oasis or Blur. Yeah.
But yeah, they were definitely more hard nosed than, you know.
You know that song, "The Importance of Being Idle"? Do you know that one?
Who's that one?
Oasis.
No.
Yeah. I don't know.
How does the tune go?
I sold my soul for the second time.
Oh, very good.
The man won't change me. You know that one?
Yeah.
That one's nice. That's kind of like slightly different to what they do. That kind of song, yeah.
Is that Oasis?
Yeah, that's Oasis, yeah.
Oh, I thought that might have been... Because your man, Noel Gallagher in High Flying Birds, he came up with a song quite similar to that, but it was a video of a funeral.
Oh, right, yeah.
Can't remember that.
Liam Gallagher is completely like John Lennon, trying to be John Lennon, or
but he wasn't. He wasn't as funny as John Lennon. John Lennon. Oh well,
John Lennon wasn't funny.
He was very funny. John Lennon wasn't funny.
No, he wasn't. Not funny,
that's David's religion right there.
Yeah, but it's not as funny as Noel Gallagher.
No, he was. Lennon, have you seen the interviews?
David's a fundamentalist with the Beatles.
No, you listen. Have you seen?
He was.
The way John Lennon played around with speech and words and surrealism and all that. If you ever see Get Back, some of the little routines that John Lennon was doing. I mean, he's constantly breaking. That's the thing. The sense of humor. It's a sign of real intelligence, I think, and you saw that with Paul McCartney and John Lennon and George Harrison. They were really well-formed individuals and personalities. That's how they came across to me.
The interesting thing with John Lennon is the whole Yoko chapter, isn't it?
Where well,
he's kind of
the thing in Get Back, Daniel, Jack. If you see, it was. The thing I realised, it was kind of John Lennon's band. I mean, yes, Paul McCartney was super creative, came up with amazing songs, and John enjoyed being in the presence of that and realised what a genius he was, and vice versa. But definitely there was a moment where McCartney and Lennon were talking, and you overhear the conversation, and it revealed that there was a dynamic in the band, and that Lennon was kind of slightly in charge. Nobody fucked with him, and I think he was fed up at this stage when he was bringing Yoko into because he was burnt out or something. And subconsciously, I think it was his way of sort of saying, "Come on, fuck off."
wasn't
He was telling
McCartney
people
bringing Linda?
it was like a buffer zone between him and what he didn't want to deal with, or maybe he could have been annoyed by the direction of the music. He was a bit more hard edged or something like that. He didn't like the sort of,
the whimsical ditties.
The whimsical ditties, but certainly, Noel Gallagher. Was would I put him in the same league as Paul McCartney? Actually, no, I wouldn't.
No,
and I wouldn't. I wouldn't
You
put them in the same league as. But I will say that there was a moment in time where Noel Gallagher was just in some ridiculous zone where he was just a conduit for just this musical perfection as great composers, musical. I mean, you try and write a song. Fucking very, it's impossible. So to write an original song.
Did he wrote most of them or all of them, didn't he?
I think he wrote most of them, yeah.
Well, it was that Lennon and McCartney thing they had on the songs, like, isn't it? That Lennon and McCartney would do different aspects of the songs and they would divide it up.
Yeah,
between themselves.
Apparently in Get Back, in Get Back they were talking about the Come Together one. But apparently it was a rock and roll kind of thing. Okay. And they said, no, that's too similar to a Chuck Berry song. It should be more like this. So like Lennon would bring songs to McCartney. McCartney would bring, and they'd suggest stuff, and and they'd have contributions. But I mean, even that story of yesterday is the perfect example. So Lennon wakes up. And you see, his dad was in a band, and if you see a lot of, if you hear a lot of McCartney's music, it could quite as easily be those music hall melodies. Obviously, it's a more updated version of music hall melodies, but there's a lot of that in it. So that's what he was subjected to when he was growing up.
I love Eleanor Rigby.
Eleanor Rigby, right? Yeah. But yesterday in particular, so he wakes up with this tune in his head. And he thinks, oh, I must have heard it before, right? And he's trying to remember the melody. So he just goes, ham and eggs, every morning I have ham and eggs. And then he sings it down the phone. What's this fucking tune? To his mate. And he said, I haven't heard it before. And so he's just dreamt a fucking tune. Like the gods of inspiration have stepped into his brain and just go, here, have this. Extraordinary, isn't it? Yeah. But I mean, I think, once you have a goal, I'm not saying we can all be like this, but definitely once you have a goal and you're really serious about it and you know what it is that you want to achieve and that you're working towards
then
it.
God's gonna talk to you.
If you work, but certainly because if you're desperate enough to achieve a goal, if you know what you want, and you're working towards it and you're very serious about it, things will start to click into place.
Yeah, but
like a Jenga.
Yes.
No, it won't always, but it definitely won't if you're not working towards anything.
Are you speaking to yourself?
Speaking to anyone who's listening.
Okay. Hopefully somebody will. But apparently I heard George speaking that there was a lot of friction in the band and they wouldn't have survived because there was a lot of animosities.
See, so it was the Quarrymen. So it was Lennon's band back in the late fucking 50s or early 60s, and then McCartney comes along, and then McCartney was able to play a song, impress John Lennon, and then I think they left the Quarrymen, renamed it the Beatles or something like that, but it was kind of Lennon's band. There was a moment in that documentary, Get Back, which was very revelatory as far as I was concerned, that yes, they were equal in terms of the song credits, but I think Lennon had a more senior position in the band.
I don't know, but like I don't think McCarthy would allow it.
Anyway, there was lots of frictions and tensions in the band. Well, sorry, I would actually. Sorry, there was a conversation that was overheard and picked up in that documentary, Get Back, which I think will make you change your mind. Anyway, great music. Well, you see, when I was 13, I was listening to ABBA. I mean, that blew me away. I just love that. It was like listening to visual. It was like ice cream for the brain or something, you know that kind of music. Take a chance, take a chance, take a chance on me.
Very, very sort of gayish.
Gayish.
Gay, you know, in a sense, happy.
Oh, happy, yeah.
You know.
It'd be great to reclaim the word gay, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's in that sense sort of like happy, dancing, partying, you know. But very melodic as well.
Yes. Yeah. What was the bands that you were listening to when you were 13? Can you remember?
I wasn't listening to I wasn't listening to ABBA. I had a friend who loved that band. So just a few songs.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord.
I used to love Police.
I remember. Don't worry, how could I ever forget the first time, the last time we ever met. I know the reason why.
David, that's enough.
And then, who else? Oh,
Police.
The Invisible Sun.
Adam and the Ants.
Adam and the Ants. Oh, yeah. That music's lost its flavor. Try another flavor. That music. Oi, 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 oi. God, yeah. And there'd be people dressing up like Adam and Ant in the discos. Back in the 70s, man. That music's lost its taste. Try another flavor. And then baggy trousers, eating dirt.
What was it, Wham at that time? Wham?
Wake me up before I'm gay. Go. That was yeah. And then Pleased to Me. And then when I was older, I was into the Velvet Underground, man. All tomorrow's parties.
Tom Waits.
Yeah.
What was the music at the time that you couldn't stand that was really popular?
Wham. And Madonna. Fucking hated that when I heard it first.
I
like a virgin. I was like, what the fuck is that? I mean, and fucking boy fucking fuck zone. Would you get out of here?
But that was
boy
later.
shite. These fucking gob shites. All dressed in white linen, standing in a row. Hey, like, obviously we're not their demographic. But you could see they were kind of, it was probably working for them. But, can you imagine being in a fucking boy band and looking at yourself in the morning, just being ashamed artistically?
I don't
and they're
think
so
they're
angry.
ashamed.
Oh, they should be. Artistically, they have committed crimes against music. Definitely. And that's okay. And it is as it should be. That's the way it was back when I was growing up. Like, if I walked around with ABBA on my thing, on my school bag, I would have got the shit kicked out of me. I had to put like AC/DC and horse slips.
But I mean, ABBA have artistically they're not garbage music.
No, they're not. No. Obviously, they write their own music. They're in a completely different league to New Kids on My Cock or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I guess Take That was a little bit different.
Yeah, well, I think maybe they wrote some of their own songs.
Oh, they did. What was his name? Gar
Barlow. Well, Robbie Williams has been.
Yeah, but Gar Barlow, he writes a lot. He was writing a lot of songs, and he writes for other artists, I think, and for himself.
Yeah, I liked Robbie Williams for a while, and now for some reason I don't like him anymore.
Why
I find
not?
him very annoying.
Because he's enjoying himself.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I don't know.
He's got plenty of money. He doesn't need to perform.
But if you measure somebody's importance by the amount of money they have, then yes. But I don't know.
But he's done a lot of really, really good songs, and now he just wears silk sort of outfits.
Yeah, he's in his silk pajama
silk,
phase.
And why not? It's really comfortable. And he's just swinging around drinking.
Yeah, because there was that video where he's singing I'm the king of the swingers. What's that one?
I'm the king of the swingers. And don't do that.
Yeah, with like a jazz band and stuff on a yacht.
On the little boat or yacht, and enjoying himself
in silk.
In silk. Why not? I mean, you've done a lot.
Like
Maybe he comes around
like a
in
15th century noble.
In 10 years he might come around as a mature performer?
Well, there was the famous thing with Liam or Noel Gallagher were gonna have a fight with Robbie Williams.
Only shit himself.
Back in the 2000s or whatever, because they were having some feud about something or other. Because they were calling Robbie Williams, he's a ponce and all.
Yeah.
Because he's a dancer and stuff like that, and then they were going back and forth. But
the Gallagher brothers are unbeatable. But I remember doing research about that in the Savage Eye, and a lot of British culture. Well, it's very much Irish. Like John Lennon, his father was Irish. Boy George's parents are Irish. O'Dowd, Johnny Lydon's parents
Who's
are.
the Smiths guy?
Morrissey's parents are Irish. Yeah.
Morrissey's nuts.
Morrissey. So a lot of these people are nuts. They're not really. They're just Irish.
But Morrissey's very talented, I think.
Oh yeah, amazing. Well, you know
really
who's
unique.
And Johnny Marr. I mean, those riffs, those guitar creations that Johnny Marr comes up with. They're bonkers. But then but at the time though, I didn't like the Smiths at all. It wasn't. It was a kind of a new musical language.
I still don't like them, but I saw a documentary and I think they were groundbreaking.
Yes,
but yeah, you could appreciate the.
No, I love them now. I much prefer them now.
I still don't.
I didn't like them when at the time.
I still don't like them.
What about like what's that? The one that's Enjoy the Silence.
Oh, The Sound of Silence.
No,
Simon and Garfunkel.
No. I forget what the band's called. Give me a second.
And I never liked Pearl Jam. And I never really. I kind of.
I loved Nirvana.
Yeah, no.
Amazing.
Amazing. And then what's the?
Oh, Depeche Mode. Sorry.
Oh yeah, Depeche Mode. Yeah. God, yeah, all those bands. Oh yeah, with Depeche Mode and Spandau Ballet.
Or did you ever listen to like Kiss or like Motley Crue, those kind of glam rock?
It was funny, Jack. There was this documentary about a band called Bucks Fizz. So they won the Eurovision. They're a British band. Won the Eurovision in 1977. Of making your mind up. Anyway, it was a crappy old song, but there was a guy, girl, and they looked like Butlin's holiday camp presenters, like, come on everybody, making your mind up, and then and then there was one moment where they rip off their dresses, and then they have little fucking what do you call those things that gymnasts wear? Anyway, leotards, right, yeah, Leo Veritards. And but the thing is, the documentary was about one guy in particular, a guy called David Van Day, a very unself-aware kind of guy, and he was in a band called Dollar, which was even crapper than Bucks Fizz. And then Bucks Fizz broke up, then Dollar broke up, and then your man David Van Day went and tried to and contacted one of Bucks Fizz, and then reformed Bucks Fizz. And God, I mean, just the sadness of him, touring around and playing Bucks Fizz and Dollar, and they thought it was going to be like a super group or something, and it was just like Jesus, and they're just playing in front of like people at cafeterias
in Blackpool.
Oh Christ, yeah. But I mean, I'm not a million miles away from that. But I mean,
awareness, that's good.
We have to make money, but it's some sad fucking documentary, and the two of them talking about each other subsequently after they broke up. And then they were suing each other for the Bucks Fizz name. Jesus Christ.
I remember you showed me one kind of one-hit wonder band from the, 80s or something. Lloyd Cole and the Commotions.
Oh, yeah. I went to see them actually once. It was funny. I went to see them. I was in the Basque country. And they were playing in some town. And I went there. No, I used to work in a company called Real Good Productions, right? And they'd make jingles for radio. This is back in fucking 1986 or something, right? And I was driving around in a Citroen Mahari, this plastic fucking car.
In Dublin?
In Dublin, yeah. And so, I had these little cards with David Andrews, record producer or something like that. And anyway, so, I go up to this venue in the Basque country with my mates, and I hand in the card and say, hey, I'm in town, blah, blah, blah. And so they let us in, And so I'm sitting there. Sorry, I'm in the audience. I don't know. It's about 300 or 400. There's complete silence, and I said, "We love you, Lloyd," like that, and then people are just looking at me, you know, and I'm, Jesus Christ Almighty, would you fuck off? It's so annoying when somebody's calling you and you don't want to talk to them. Sorry, just let me recreate this scene again and the embarrassment of it. So I was with a girl, I think, right? And I was trying to show off to her, you know, and it's a big audience, quiet on the stage. "We love you, Lloyd," right? And then all these Spanish people, they look at me, and then he stops what he's doing. He looks down at me, you know, and it's like, no. And then the girl that was with me is just like, oh, you fucking idiot, you know. And then he goes, "Yeah, we love you too, man." And then he just goes, "Oh God!" But they had this great song called what was the Lloyd Cole and the Commotion song?
Forest Fire, maybe.
No, it was "She looks like Eve Marie's song in On the Waterfront." She looks like, you know the song, Daniel?
It's rattlesnakes. Rattlesnakes. Yeah.
Johnny needs a gun these days. Hey, on account of all the rattlesnakes. She looks like Eve Marie's song in On the Waterfront.
I think you see yourself on stage with the guitar in front of.
Well, I was in a band when I was 17.
What was it called?
The Pelvic Push Buttons.
I remember when I met you, you tortured me with your music. You were carrying like that of tape, and you played it everywhere you go.
Oh, listen, I know.
And you wanted like people reaction.
I know.
And you wanted approval.
Yeah, it was like, you know, talking about people. Like I was fully mental, and
like
no self-awareness, whatever.
No. And I just like re-torturing people and making them say something about your music.
Listen, more importantly, because I have to go to this dinner for my neighbour.
Hungry.
No, I'm not hungry. But Jack is going, Daniel, Hannah, me, Jack is going to Amsterdam on Thursday. Amsterdam on Thursday to do a degree, master's degree in digital
business and innovation. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes, Jack?
Yes.
So he's got a place to stay. Loads of people have been wishing Jack well, and
I appreciate it a lot. Yeah, I was down at the butcher's today, my local butcher's, the Brown Pig in Terranure, and the owner, he gave me a free steak to wish me well for my travels. So
isn't that sweet?
Yes, and so you know, we were there when Jack was getting a room in this house. Oh yeah, and so that's great. That was great. So he's got a place, but he's going to be staying with his girlfriend for a few weeks.
Well, you don't need to tell my whole life story.
I don't know what are we doing.
You're just listing it off.
Anyway, like it's a big milestone, Hannah.
Yes,
it's exciting, isn't it?
It's exciting.
Yeah.
It's just going away from your hometown. You go into a new place. You'll be a real student.
And he's going to be. It'll be good because he's going to be in a house with other students.
Well, I think they're actually working on it.
Well, you know, other people from other countries, you know, expats, and they'll be able to give him the local knowledge, the lay of the land.
I've been to Amsterdam a few times. It's very nice, especially outside the city centre, because you know, in the city centre, you know, that's where a lot of tourists spend the most time and money. But outside of it, but it's kind of very kind of seedy and stuff.
Well, it is
outside of it is like really nice. Though.
Yeah, but there's one or two places that's seedy. We never. I mean, when
it's not
there,
seedy, but it's just
we were there for about a year or something, weren't we? We never. How long were we there for?
I don't know, like half a year or maybe a bit more.
And we never went to those places. You just they're just like gross.
You go a few times.
Oh, to have a look at them, yeah. But I mean,
you know, like you pass by, but then when you live there, you don't. It's sort of like it's always a shock to the system the first time, the second time, you know, and then you just pass by and you don't.
Yeah, I found it funny. Like I was staying with my friend Finton, who went to university there last year, and he was staying in this area called the Peep. And then, but like, there's still like, they had like a neighborhood mini red light district, like 3 or 4 windows, just like a local kind of red light, you know. It's funny how that, you know, it's just like, and it's so weird because it's just like they kind of look fake, you know, these women behind these red doors, you know.
Yeah.
It's so it's very, I don't know, like
like
a weird sci-fi.
It's a wild way to make a living, you know, like someone you never met before. You come in, there's no like getting to know you, whatever. It's very, you know, put on a Johnny, get an erection, put your thing in my thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like it would require a specific type of person who would be turned on by that.
And there's enough of them. But anyway, I was just wondering, do they still sit at in the window?
Yeah. You yeah. Then there's yeah.
Okay.
Hannah, you should do that for a while.
Thank you. You know, in front of my children. Maybe you should sit there.
You can imagine if Jack was walking.
I know.
Mother!
David, this you know,
Mother.
we have to cut it out. It's embarrassing. We have to cut it out. That's censored.
Really?
Yes.
We can censor it, and then the audience below, you can guess what David said to Hannah.
No, it shouldn't be censored. Really? Isn't it silly? It's silly.
I don't know.
It's a ridiculous premise, like the Jack is in Amsterdam.
And scene.
And then he...
Okay, can we not dissect the scene? Just move forward.
Yeah, Amsterdam, very flat country, Netherlands.
But also there's a lot of history, a lot of museum, a lot of sightseeing, a lot of architecture, probably a lot of music.
How boring.
A lot of coffee shops. You know, when I was there...
Oh, getting warmer.
Listen, everything was closed.
Yeah.
Bar coffee shops.
Yeah.
So you can 24/7 you can get your you know, your hit. Like
I remember when I was 17, 1983, I was traveling on the Interrail, and you know, we were trying to score. Me and my mate, we were trying to score hash everywhere. You know, we were down. We took a train, like we were so clueless.
Took a train
Let's go down
from
to
Dublin
to the south of Spain or something. It took about 48 hours, and we're fucked. And we're walking around somewhere at the end. Oh no, yeah, no. Then we're walking around. Hey, can you get any hash to some Spanish guy? Hey, yeah, no problem. Okay, rob us. You know what I mean? Fucking idiots.
And they say to them, give me the money, and they gave them like
yeah, but no, but can I just say, whoever
away?
That fucking Spanish dude is in 1983, whoever that fucking asshole in Amsterdam was in 1983, fuck you, you horrible little bastard, taking advantage of vulnerable kids. You could have given us a great time. Given us a bit of hash and said, what? You robbed 25 guilder. Shove it up your Dutch bolderdank arsehole, okay? You fucking jerk. Anyway, but I'm over that now. But no,
took you just 50 years.
No, but then the thing was, we finally we fetched up in The Hague or the Amsterdam or whatever, the Amsterdam. And then we couldn't believe it. You just walk into this cafe and there's a menu. And you're going, like, Lebanese blonde and fucking Moroccan black. And you're going, huh? Because most of the time, anytime we try to get hash, you'd be some guy in a dark alley putting his hands down his fucking jocks and grabbing, like, a little thin toothpick of hash out of his bollocks.
Out of his asshole.
Out of his asshole. You know, and so, anyway, yeah. We got so no. I remember. Yeah, we did. We got really stoned a lot, listening to music. Music sounds amazing when you're really stoned. But anyway, you're older, Jack, and you know you have to fucking mature out of that behavior. You don't want to be some asshole sitting outside Grogan's. You know that Grogan's fuckers who are like 50 something and they're clinging to their youth and they think they were a big hit in the 1980s and they're just like, fuck off, you bore.
Sort of like Oasis, isn't it?
Yeah, he's still got the haircut and wears the parkas and walks with that swagger.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
No. Oh, do you want to continue on?
No.
Oh yeah, guys can continue.
No, because I think we. Well, I'm tired a bit. I got up at.
How long have you been broadcasting, Daniel?
45 minutes.
That's good. That's a good. Unless Daniel wants to do his bed.
Hey Daniel, so will we all go over and visit Jack in Amsterdam?
Sure.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, cool, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And Hannah, we can walk up and down Leidsestrasse.
Leidseplain, and what was that street called?
I think it was just beside Leidseplain.
Yeah, just towards Leidseplain. So it was one off Leidseplain.
That girl over there, she's standing outside the pizza restaurant. She looks pretty cool. Oh yeah, I wonder what... she was waving. Okay, I'm going to walk up and down the street. Hiya. Hello. What are you doing? Oh, I'm just, dilly.
I'm just trying to wipe it up from my memories.
When was that? 1991.
Yeah, 1991.
If we could turn back time. If I could turn back time. Okay, so let's do it the way you should have done it. Okay, so you're outside the restaurant stopping people. Okay. I walk up and down. Oh, hey, hi, how you doing?
Who are you?
Oh, my name's David. Yeah, are you trying to get people to go into the restaurant?
Yeah. Do you want to come to the restaurant?
Yeah.
Okay, come in.
What's your name?
It's none of your business.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to be friendly.
Bye.
And then Jack and Daniel. Daniel. They're not here. Where are my Jack and Daniel? I would have married somebody else, I guess. You would have married somebody else, and you would have had Wojtek and Prajnie. Premek.
You could have Emer.
Emer and Eileen.
Or what's the Irish name?
Claire.
Garrick.
Schlievin.
Kuon. Okay.
Schnachter.
Satanta.
Well, Satanta is not an Irish name, is it?
It is.
Satanta.
Satanta Sports.
Callagher Cornfleeny. Okay, well, listen, folks. We're going to have we're cutting it a little bit short, but I guess Jack, you can do one of the
conspiracy corner.
I like that music, Daniel. Jack.
Oh,
that's very nice. But but Jack can do the Zoom call. But you need to get a good connection, Jack.
Yeah, I'll
but also
you have to
people having Zoom calls.